Yes, welcome back to the Sports Show. Time to turn our attention to the Southern Footy League and Poppy. It was a big weekend Saturday down at Morphett Vale. They hosted the big game against the Great Southern Footy League, of course, the Southern Footy League. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up, or we should say start with the juniors and work our way up. The under-15s, they didn't do quite as well. The Great Southern Footy boys got the Southern Footy League.
They did, final scores in that one, 8-2 to 4-9. So we had enough of the footy, but the young kids, bad kicking.
Bad kicking's bad football.
Well, I know that. I know that.
I don't think it's so aggressive. Well, we've just started.
Guess
the first 30 seconds you're going for me.
Guess what? It didn't rain either.
It didn't rain, that's it. Right.
And we had a huge crowd.
They did have a big crowd. Big crowd.
Really good crowd.
Nearly 3,000?
Yeah, 2,500, 3,000 people through the door.
That's more than the SFL football. Again.
That was bumper to bumper around Morphett Vale Oval. And parked down the street. You
Fantastic,
had to walk in. It was terrific.
Under-17s, unfortunately, the Southern Footy League lost again, this one by 26 points.
Yep. Again, the Great Southern had an academy going. These are probably our second-year academy bikes from the first year. Again, they had their opportunities. But
what did they go down by in the end? What was that?
26
points. Okay.
26 points.
Yeah, and again, but the standard of both games really high, and it was terrific.
And in that game, 7-8, 15 scoring shots to 12-4, 16 scoring shots. Again, I don't want to harp on it, but bad kicking's bad football, mate.
Bad footy. All right, let's get to the big game. The main event, of course, the Southern Footy League up against the Great Southern Footy League in the seniors. And the Southern Footy League said, well, we better win this one. 14-9-93, 10-9-69. Just a nice, tidy 24 points.
No, they were never in it, mate. Really.
Never in it.
I just got to get that in for my good mate Gordon Tonkin.
Did Gordon Tonkin clean the cup up nice for you? Was the cup clean?
He actually had his wife tissy it up for us.
He had his wife.
Polish up the cup.
Yep.
Did you treat that with respect?
I did. I had the first drink out of it when we got back into the change rooms, and that was put up on Facebook and sent a copy to Gordon. And I get a phone call 8 o'clock Sunday morning. Hey, what are you doing to my cup?
It's not yours.
Well, it's not yours, Gordon.
So, and the old rule of thumb is, we've got it. You've got to come and get it. Look, all in all, it was a terrific day's footy.
Standard of footy across the board. Decent conditions, great crowd. People lift to another level when they're representing, their league or their state or their country, whatever it is. Did you find that the standard pretty good all the way?
It was a really Mr. Linder from the Community Football Board came down and had a look at it.
Yep.
Because, of course, bear in mind the 44 players that were selected to play in that game now go on to combine.
Victoria, South Australian Amateur Football League?
No, the Southern Districts for the country championships that this year are going to be held in Murray Bridge. So he was down there looking, and of course we've got a pretty good record at Southern Districts and country championships.
Yes.
And he said to me after, we're going to have to nobble you blokes. And I said, mate, you've already taken River from us and Hills and whatever over the last several years. You can't have one league playing against the rest of the state. Come on.
Need to be fair enough. Now, from your point of view, mate, Mick Galley, the Malcolm Martin medal, he had a beauty.
Yeah, he first year back from Glenelg. He's had 4 or 5 seasons down at Glenelg. Really good player. Played in the ruck and led by example. Closely followed by Michael Shearer, the captain, of course, who again did a really good job.
All right, and for them, Thomas Duran got the Kevin Curry medal.
Kevin Curran, yeah. Tommy's a pretty serious sort of player, Tommy. He's spent the last 3 or 4 years at Norwood. But this year back at Langlawn Creek.
It is amazing that some of these players who sort of go under the guard at SNFL level, it just shows you the difference. I think sometimes you see a player playing country footy or even SNFL football and you hear him saying, if he got the opportunity, he would have made it.
Yeah.
It's not always the case. You don't make it till you make it. And these players come back a level and, and they give something back to the league. I think it's great.
Well, Great Southern also had Tom Pinion, who's on the Crows second list. He played for them. And, of course, we lost Sam Tharrelson, who, because they wanted to play a fast runner, we lost him out of our side to go and play for the Adelaide Crows. It's a bit of give and take. But it's all about creating pathways for these kids. And again, we had a lot of people there that were wearing various colours from AFL scouts.
Yeah, people are interested. All right, let's get down to round 9 then. The Southern Footy League. Aldinga sit in 8th spot, mate. They've got Ranella sitting in 4th at Aldinga.
One game separating them on the premiership table, though.
Yep.
And I like Aldinga in this one. We had a couple of young blokes from Aldinga play, Tyler Harmon and Tommy Borum, in the association side. It'll be interesting to see how they back up. Ranella also had a couple, but I reckon Aldinga are a good chance in this one.
Having a look at round 9, Happy Valley 9th, taking on Christie's Beach 5th at Happy Valley.
This will be a good game. I reckon this might be the tribe game of the week. Happy Valley probably need to win this one to stay in touch, to be honest. Christie's are a little bit up and down.
Yeah.
Why have you chosen 9 v 5th? I mean, there's a 6 v 1st there, there's an 8 v 4th.
Because the rule...
It's only one place on the ladder, mate.
The rule of thumb is every team in the first round has to get a home game. It's Happy Valley's turn for a home game.
Fair enough.
Well, it's closer than it looks. Cove are in 6th spot, Norlunga in 1st spot at Cove. You'd have to think Norlunga...
Yeah, but Cove played Cove
really well.
And it's a smaller ground, not as big as spacious as Norlunga. Norlunga, I reckon, played them about 5 weeks ago and did a number on them.
Okay.
But yeah, Norlunga are pretty good side, so I reckon they might get the chocolates there.
All right, Morphettvale are in 3rd spot. They play Marion, who we know are battling along in 11th spot, but it's at Marion. Could it be closer than it's been? Marion have had a couple of big blowouts.
Morphettvale have got a couple of pretty serious injuries over the last couple of weeks.
Have they got 16 injuries?
No.
Okay, well then they'll still win.
Morphettvale will win that one.
Jeez, you're harsh, aren't you? Port Noarlunga City in 7th, OSB Lonsdale in 10th at Port Noarlunga.
Pretty good record between these two clubs over the years. But Porty's at home. You'd suggest they get the chocolates in that one.
Yeah.
All right, Flaggies have got the bye. Just quickly before we wrap it up, you had a week now since the venture over to Kangaroo Island with the Southern Footy League. On reflection, really good exercise. Would happen again? No trouble at all?
It will, simply because in these association games, you've got to pick 5 of your 22 have to be under 21s.
Okay.
So Great Southern had 5, we had 5.
Talk about pathways.
But when we combine, in the 25 we take away to Murray Bridge for the country championships, we've still got to have 6 under 21s. So for us to take a full squad, 22 under 21s across to Kangaroo Island and play against their open side gave us a really good fill-in to who could play and who couldn't play at that particular level. But also giving the lads time to progress through, because we picked a lot of 17, 18-year-olds in the under 21s that are going to be there for the next several years.
Okay, makes sense. Craig Warman, the president of the Southern Footy League, very happy camper after Saturday's win over the Great Southern Footy League. Stay with us. Still a fair bit more to come on the show.